Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tessuigi at the desk with the Saturday Scouts, the Hofendorp Pioneers trying to defend their Holland Series Championship. We are in good shape after the first 10 games of the season, you will note. We are behind only the Rosmalen Griffins by a half a game, and those Griffins might be running a little hot, you know. Offensively, they're behind us in terms of runs scored and behind us in terms of ERA. This team also has won consecutive championships, getting promoted out of Tweede Klasse and then Eerste Klasse, and now they're here in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. Thankfully, we're not playing them to start this stream. We're playing Haarlem Kinheim, who is in a playoff spot, but not by much. Milan van der Breggen. As usual, it's Justin Jurchak and Cole Cottom we're going to deal with. And Amarencio Franca. This Haarlem team seems to be one of our bugaboos at this point. We face them a lot. There's the look for the home club. You'll note Terrence Hemskirk has taken over at second from Raquelbin de Castro. Raquelbin is going to take a couple of days off. Maybe we move Scope to second, and then Kevin Vigers draws in to be our first baseman. I don't know, but Raquelbin is on the struggle bus so far this season. Lineup intro time. You know how it goes. Batting first, the left fielder, number 6, Breivik Valera. Batting second, the catcher, number 25, Brian Cappers. Batting third, the center fielder, number 19, Tyrell Mercado. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 21, Boz KrakenDonk. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 9, Gideon Marlin. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 90, John Dito Trump. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 16, Jonathan Scope. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 31, Terrence Hemskirk. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 0, Jakey Josefa. And today's starting pitcher, number 15, J.C. Sulbaran. Very much minimize the pomp and circumstance and just play. Sulbaran, WBC legend, longtime member of Honkball Hoofdklasse, but right now I think he's with Curaçao Neptunus. We were able to acquire him for trade 2 seasons ago, and this is his last year of his deal with us. Sharply hit up the left field line, and the visiting Kinheim team has gotten a leadoff double. Still not sure what a Kinheim is. Is that supposed to be a mosquito or something? Bouncer to third. Marlin's throw across the diamond is in time. Oh, that's what we do. We put Hofstede out and left. Scope to second. And Breivik Valera to first. And Breivik can still figure out left field. The mighty Yurch. Nice curveball from Sulbaran to deal with Justin Yurchak. Cole caught him. Popped up into foul territory. Marlin puts the squeeze on it. The double is stranded. Milan van der Breggen dealing with the most dangerous leadoff man in baseball in Breivik Valera. Breivik getting on base at a 627 clip this season. Last season it was a 585. Brian Capper's new acquisition to the club. And he's walked as well. First and second, nobody out for Tyrell Mercado. Mercado's popping this up. That's curving foul. First baseman Yurchak will make the grab. Here's KrakenDonk. Last year's draftee. He's going to doink this into shallow right field. Bases are loaded with 1 out. KD. KrakenDonk. Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does in the majors when he finally gets there. I just hope we can win another championship with him around. Like, these stats in Honkball Hoofdklasse, ridiculous. Gideon Marlin with the bases loaded. Another foul pop-up and another Justin Yurchak catch. Shoot. Trump now. Slow roller. Franca's going to have a tough play. He goes to second. They get the out. Loading the bases. Nothing doing. Steph Van Gruzen, sorry. Strikeout victim, courtesy of a Sulbaran changeup. Here's the third baseman, Henry Van Manen. Sitting here in my Hanwha Eagles jersey because last game cycle's international team, you'll remember, the Saturday Soar and the Hanwha Eagles there. They're still leading the KBO. It's a line shot over the head of Josefa and into center field. Throw by Mercado is cut off. First and second with 1 out for Chaka Gertz. 2-0 on the way. To Marlin, that could be a double play. Nope, Hemskirk will hold it for one. That'll bring up Alex Rodriguez. 2-1 on the way from Sulbaran. Through the wickets of Scope and into right field. First and second with 2 down. It's an RBI single for Alex Rodriguez. No, not that one, the other one. Bouncer to Marlin. And that will end the top of the second. Here's Scope. Shallow fly ball to left center. Fielder's a little late on that. But Gertz's arm is strong enough that Scope's not going to try and risk the biscuit. How's his running? Terrible. Okay, so Hemskirk will take 4 wide ones, and he's aboard. Shaken Jakey Josefa. Grounded to second, that will be a double play, but the runner advances to third. Scope now standing the chance for Breivik Valera, who's just going to get walked again. 4 walks for Milan van der Breggen. Cappers up the third base line. Going to be a tough play. They go across the diamond. Nice play by Van Manen. Kinheim holds serve 1-0. Popped up skyward. Mercado and Hemskirk converging on it. It'll be Hemskirk making the grab. The Yurch. It's aboard with a walk. Second walk issued by Sulbaran. 1-2 on the way to Cottam. Line shot to center field. Easy grab there for Tyrell Mercado. Van Gruzen now. 2-2 on the way. Line shot up the middle. Josefa can't collect it. Mercado's arm is strong enough. They hold the runners. Van Manen, the third baseman. Full count. Line shot. Hemskirk squeezes it. Mercado, KrakenDonk, and Marlin now. Pioneers held scoreless through the first 2 1/3. KrakenDonk launches another single, exactly the same spot. He's got a placement, you know. Marlin, the 2-2. Big swing and a miss over a changeup. 2 Ks in the inning for Van Breggen. Another bouncer to third to Van Manen, and that'll end the bottom of the third. Van Beek, Gertz, and Rodriguez. Slow roller to second. Easy play there by Hemskirk. Gertz, full count. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 90. Not bad for Sulbaran. Rodriguez makes its second hit of the day. That'll bring up Franca. 1-2 on the way to Franca. Swing very late over the curveball. Sulbaran, his 4th strikeout of the game. Here's Scope now. Shot up the left field line. That's fair. That's going to roll into the corner. Gertz will throw it to the shortstop, Franca. Do you think Gertz has a Oikos sponsorship? Nas base! Welcome in, Raiders from Nasbase. What up, brada? This is Teswiji at the desk with the Saturday Scouts in Honkball Hofetklasse as the defending champion Hofdorp Pioneers are hosting Haarlem Kinheim. We've got Jonathan Scope at second with nobody out, and I'm trying to figure out if Hemskirk is going to try and bunt here. This isn't Japan or Korea. No, he's just going to line it right to Yurch. Josefa now. 1-2 on the way. Strikeout victim. Milan van der Breggen's now struck out 3. Valera. Lines right to the shortstop, Franca. Aye, we strand another base runner. Silbaron deserves better than this, guys. Slow roller to third. Marlin's throw across the diamond is on the money. Speaking of the Yurch, here he is. Past the shifted infield and into right field. KrakenDonk will deliver it to the cutoff man Hemskirk. Yurchak has been on base all 3 times, if memory serves. 0-1 on the way to Cole caught him. That's popped up just in front of the plate. Coppers will squeeze it for the second out. And now Van Gruzen. Full count. Payoff pitch is low. That'll put 2 men on for Henry van Matten. Line to center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Mercado's on it. Good throw home, but it's cut off by the pitcher. And they get at least, or Scope knocks out Yurchak, but Van Manen scores 1. The hole gets deeper. Five walks for Milan van der Breggen. 4 hits. He scattered them all. Mercado tries to get this one through the infield. Beautiful play by Gonzalez to start the double play. And once again, Boss KrakenDonk batting with the bases empty. And once again, a ground ball to right field. 3-hit day for Boss. Payoff pitch low. Runners at first and second for Trump now. And he's plunked. Okay, we gotta get something here. Scope. Come on, booby. That's not it. What's our team left on base? 10? Yeah, that sounds about right. Van Beek. Laced into left field. Valera's on it quick. One away. Here's Gertz. Line to center field. Mercado brings it in for the first out. Oh! I did not hear that. Goodness. That's, hopefully you get that resolved quick, AZ Axel. Do you have a place? Slow roller to third. Marlin's going to go across the diamond in time. Rodriguez with a swinging bunt. Van Beek standing at second base. We'll bring up Franca. 0-1. Slow roller to Hemskirk. Inning over. I mean, I was going to raid into FKN anyway. Not every day someone gets a 25th anniversary stream. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Josefa. 0-1. He's aboard with a bouncer up the middle. 1 out single here in the bottom of the 6th. Breivik. 2-0. Launch to center field. Talk about bad BABIP luck. Van Beek makes the grab. Here's Coppers. Line shot to left. That will fall for a base hit. Josefa holding at second. Mercado. 2-2 on the way. Line shot to right field. That should give the Pioneers a lead. Mercado holds at first. Throw is going to be to home. Late. Josefa scores. Pioneers on the board. Guess who? KrakenDonk, slow roller up the middle. Franca takes it himself. Aye. All right, we got one. Sulbaran still cruising here, top of the 7th. Scoop by Josefa for the first out. Here's Yurchak, 0-2. Nice pitch there. Sulbaran with a challenge fastball, and he wins. 1-2 on the way from Cool. Caught him. Roll to short. Josefa, as automatic as they come. To stretch time we go. Here in Sport Park Pioneers. Marlin starting things off here. Called strike 3. Vanderbreggen struck out 4. Tromp DHing. Shallow fly ball to left. That will sail in for a base hit. That'll hold him to a single. Tromp fakes going off first. Now we got Vanderbreggen thinking it. This time he goes. Tromp is safe at second. First stolen base of the season for him. Scope works the count full. Doinked to first base. Yurchak will collect it, but that moves the runner to third. A hit by Hemskirk against Illard Gerritsen. Fastball and a dominant changeup. Goes from Caribe to Utorn, now with Kinheim. Come on, Terrence. Hit hard to Franca. Once again, the run is stranded. That'll be the end of J.C. Sulbarn's day, heading Hulsbergen into the game. Hulsbergen, side armor lefty, so he fares a lot better against lefties than most. Plan is with Van Gruzen, Van Beek, and Gertz coming up. Go to the bullpen for this inning. Bounce to second, easy hop there for Hemskirk. Van Manen getting the intentional walk to deal with Van Beek instead. Hulsbergen gets the strikeout of Van Beek. Do we go with Van der Schaaf or Van Gerp? Let's go with Van Gerp. We don't need Mendez just yet. Gertz, fly ball to right. That'll fall in front of KrakenDonk. Now he has to face Rodriguez. Fly ball center field. Mercado ends the top of the 8th. No harm, no foul. Liu Fuenmayor into the game for Harlem Kinheim. Real dude. Out of Venezuela. Looks like he joined Harlem Kinheim and has stuck his way through. He'll be a pending free agent. Slider sinker combo. Appeared in 24 games last season for Kinheim. Has not allowed a home run, but then again, this is a dead ball league. Josefa works the count to 3-1. Aboard with a leadoff walk. Fuenmayor better at managing the running game. Hit and run is tried, and that's knocked foul. 2-2 on the way from Breivik. He strikes out. That's impressive. That is only the 6th strikeout of the season. Oh man, Valera's actually been in a bit of a slump lately. Coppers now, 3-1. Fly ball left center field. That could drop. It will drop. And Josefa goes first to third on the play. Tying run, now 90 feet away. Here's Tyrell Mercado against Fuenmayor. How's Copper stealing? Terrible. Okay, so we're not going to send him. Tyrell. KrakenDonk works the walk. Bases loaded, 2 down for Gideon Marlin. Game is tied. Fuenmayor walks 3 in his inning of work. Now Eric Mendez is getting loose in the bullpen. I think we're going to swap in. Let's give Wiegers a shot. Oh, that didn't work. Ronnie Schimmel, the pinch hitter. He'll be facing Eric Mendez. Game is tied at 2s here on the top of the 9th. And booted by Hemskirk. Come on, dude. Kinheim has the leadoff man aboard. Make that 2 straight. Quick check-in on Mendez. 2-2 on the way to Yurchak. Called strike 3. Here's caught him. And he's plunked. Just get the double play. Van Gruzen popped up. Center field. Mercado waits under it. Here's the throw home. It is offline. Kinheim retakes the lead. It's 3-2. That could be trouble. KrakenDonk collects this. Gonna be a late throw. SCOUTS relay is not in time. It's another run batted in. 1-2 to Arthur Van Beck. Line shot to right. KrakenDonk is going to make this one. That error by Hemskirk looms large. Fuenmayor going for the 2-inning appearance to try and pick up the win. Hemskirk goes 0 for 4 in the game I trust him to start. Maybe Raquelbin gets his spot back soon. All right, Josefa up the middle. Not nothing. Fuenmayor cooked. No, they pick off Josefa to end the game. Oh, that's a towel whip. That is a snap to the sensitive spot. On the road we go. Falk van Doorn taking on Bas Timmer. Josefa gets the day off. I mean, we could go with Goudot, but I'd rather... Let's see what Van Doorn can do here. Pim Mulier Stadium in Haarlem, home of Haarlem Base Honkbal Week. Valera with a leadoff double. Coppers is going to sneak his way aboard. This is the rubber match of a best of 3, or a 3-game series, I should say. Mercado's working his way out of that number 3 spot, I tell you what. KrakenDonk switch hitter. Bouncer to third, going to be a tough play. They will take the out and give up the run. Good play there by Van Manen. Gideon Marlin shot to center field. Diving catch by Van Beek. All right. Van Doorn gives up a walk and a stolen base. Line shot to right. KrakenDonk plays it on a hop. Yurchak, full count. Outside ball 4. Falca, what are you doing, buddy? Van Gruzen. Right back up the middle. Kelvin De Castro gets the out, but allows the run to score. Here's Van Manen. Runners at the corners, 2 away. To second, Hemskirk throws on the way to Scope. We're tied at 1s through 1. Second and third, courtesy of a Scope double. Hemskirk. Bases loaded, nobody out. Boss Timmer in trouble. Longtime Harlem Kinheim pitcher. Released and then extended later this year. Go figure. Wow, he 3-hit the Penguins. Good for him. 1-2 on De Castro. Bouncer to short. They go to second for 1. On to first in time. The run will score, but there is no RBI for De Castro. Valera, 0-2 on the way from Timmer. Shot up the middle. That one will be an RBI, and it'll give the Pioneers a 2-run lead. Good 2-strike approach there by Breivik. Just right back through the box. Coppers skies this one. Elevator shaft home run. And Franca makes the grab. Van Doorn. Payoff pitch. Strikeout. 2 Ks in the inning. Good work there by Falca Van Doorn. Mercado standing at second. First and second, 2 down for Jonathan Scope. Here's the 3-1 on the way from Timmer. And Scope is walked. 4 walks, no Ks for Timmer. Here's Hemskirk. There's the first K. A kingdom for a clean inning from Falca Van Doorn. Beautiful breaking ball there. Runners at the corners for Coppers. That's curving fair. It lands in the left field corner. You can see the pitching cages over there. Runners at second and third now, courtesy of a Brian Coppers double. And an RBI, no less. Nice shot of the stands here. A balk is called on Boss Timmer. Please do not do a balk. Tyrell Mercado, high and deep to left field, and that one will sail out of here. 370 feet. We do not get home runs in this league very often. Into the Harlem Night. Off the clubhouse. That is his first home run in this save. See, now I'm okay with letting Falca Van Doorn pitch a little bit longer. Deep center field. Mercado makes the grab for the first out of the bottom of the fourth. Corners are in to guard against A-Rod here. Easy play there. Scope to Coppers. Lovely work for the second out. Franca. Ground ball to Marlin. Goes over to second. Hemskirk fields it. Things seem to be calming down a little bit. Keep an eye on the pitch count for Mr. Van Doorn. Robin Clara into the game from the Haarlem bullpen. Sem Nyman getting loose in the Pioneers pen just in case. 3-1 on DeCastro. Bouncer up the middle, going to be a tough play. They got nothing. Franca can't come up with it. Here's Breivik. Bouncer to second. Gonzalez will end the top of the seventh. To stretch time we go here in Haarlem. So yeah, if you go to the Honkball Hoofdklasse official YouTube page and you look at the 7th inning stretch, they use that Dr. John version of the song an awful lot. Keep forgetting that Justin Yurchak actually has reverse splits when batting. Deep hit center field. Mercado squeezes it for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Runners at the corners now. Sem Nyman taking over for Van Doorn. 2-2 on the way to Cottam. Plunked. Jesse Felder's pinch hitting here. Line to right field. That's going to clear the bases. That was on the foul line. Come on. Am I really going to have to use my good pitchers in this game? Jesse Felder's pinch hit 2-run double. That'll get Van Gerp loose. Van Manen to center field. Should be another tagging and scoring opportunity. Kinheim starting to come back at 7-4. Van Beek works the walk. Now the tying run is at the plate in Chaka Gertz. Fly ball to center. Mercado charges it. Pioneers have to come up with 6 outs somehow. Liu Fuenmayor into the game once again. Gideon Marlin, opposite field single. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tromp 0-2. Shot to center field. That is not going to be deep enough for a sacrifice. It'll be up to Scope. And a wild pitch is going to skitter away from Fuenmayor and the catcher. Rodriguez misses it. And an intentional walk brings up Terrence Hemskirk. Another wild pitch. This one looked like it almost tagged Hemskirk in the chest. Bouncer, gonna be a tough play if Wenmeyer's throw to first is late. Infield hit, very much like my softball team. Very much like me on my softball team, let's be real. The bruise is healing nicely, thank you. 10-4 the score for Pioneers. As they get all 3 runs back. Van Gerp into the game. Dealing with Yurchak. Fly ball to left. Valera waits under it. Bottom of the 8th is over. Valera standing at third. Did he get a triple? Franca can't come up with this one. And it gets past the left fielder, too. Oh, no. Gertz biffed it. Yuri Zylstra. Capper's not able to tag on that one. KrakenDonk will ground out for the second out here in the top of the 9th. Marlin works the walk. He's a pending free agent. Then again, I won't miss him that much. He did go visit the Guru last offseason. Van Gerp going for the end of the game. Gets it. Good play there by Van Doorn. Tunes pumping. Team bumping. Niklos twisted his ankle. Again, reminds me of me. And we got a few days before we host Busum. "42 games in the Honkball season. I'm only playing the ones where we actually have stadiums. So it'll be Ashton Goudot. Well, you know what? We should give Warner a start. He's just been unlucky. Let's move him up above Van Doorn. We lean on Ashton a lot for a good reason. He is, after all, our best player. Our best pitcher. Ray Patrick Ditter at shortstop. Victor Dreyer. Delano Salasa. This team won. This is a matchup between the last 2 Holland Series champions. Honkball Club Alan Weber. The visiting club won it in 2025. The Pioneers won it in 2026. Fly ball to left. Valera makes the 3rd out of the inning. Looks like a beautiful day here in Hoofddorp. Beautiful night, I should say. Runners at the corners. Nobody out for Mercado. Capper's batting .440. Hello. Across the diamond, Salasa. Pioneers scrape out a run. Back-to-back Ks by Hoyer. That'll bring up Remco van Hemert. 2-2, 2 away. Slow roller to first. Going to be a close play. Scope is able to beat feet. And Pioneers hold serve. Shakin' Jakey up the third base line. Salasa with a beautiful scoop. Oh my. Goudot cruising here. Here's Schipper, the first baseman. First walk issued by Goudot. That'll bring up Jayandro Trump. I think the 3 Trumps are brothers. I'll have to double check. Van Hemert now batting with the bases loaded and 2 away. Bouncer to third. Marlin just goes to second. Hemskirk, easy play. Speaking of Hemskirk, here he is. 2 down, runners at second and third. That's why he's batting 8th. Defensive, yes. Offensive, no. One hit in his last 4 starts. Dreyer standing at second. Line shot to left center field. That will clank in front of the scoreboard. HCAW ties it up. Ray Patrick Ditter, WBC champion, or hero, sets the table for Marnix Rubin. Okay, Gudo's walking, guys. Yeah, we got to get someone loose in the pen. Let's get Van der Schaaf. Nie Carman. Here's Skipper again. Full count. Gudo has come loose. That'll be the end of his day. Stein van der Schaaf comes in. Long run. KrakenDonk can't come up with it. It gets past him. Jayandro Trump with 2 RBIs. And HCAW takes a 4-1 lead. Here's the DH veterans. Called strike 3. But HCAW takes the lead. Dreyer, hard hit. Oh, what a scoop by Marlin. That thing was hit hard. Nothing to do with Ditter. We're facing Rubin instead. Van der Schaaf to the plate. Shot to deep center field. Uh-oh. Off the top of the wall, Mercado gets frozen. KrakenDonk has to come over and pick it up. Triple? Yup. Van der Schaaf is better than this, at least on paper. All right, Scope with an RBI double. Hemskirk sends this to third. Salasa grabs it. Let's get Nyman loose. Ooh, Breivik Valera scorches this one to deep center field. Jayandro Trump makes the grab. Josefa tags to third. Here's Coppers. Hoyer with a swinging strikeout. 8 Ks on the day for Lars. Make that 9. Garbage time means garbage pitchers. Sem Nyman into the game. Around the horn, the double play. Marlin, you could have made that 3. Real talk, has anyone actually seen a triple play in game? Oh, come on, Terrence. That could be trouble. Nope, Mercado's got it. Hemskirk now batting under 200, which means we need a pinch hitter here. Vigers, get in this game. Oh, that could fall. That does fall. Kevin Vigers, pinch hit single. Jarrett Wharf. That's a name. Vigers will remain in the game as the new first baseman. That'll move Scope to second. Marlin, first and second, nobody out, or two down. Strikeout victim. HCAW steals this one. 12 Ks on the day for the Pioneers lineup. 9 of those go to Lars Hoyer. Goudot with a rare ambush start. That was less than ideal. Let's give Austin Warner the call here. Rob Hoffman Valley in Busum. I think in all 3 games so far, the road team has won. Just keeping track of that. Austin Warner. Fly ball to center. Mercado was backed up on it already. Easy play. They pitched Lars Hoyer on back-to-back days? This guy's a freak. 129 pitches on Friday. He comes back and starts the Sunday game. Does Busum just not have anyone else in their rotation right now? Or is the game doing this to haunt me? Get there, boss. Come on! Everyone moves up 90 feet. Philip Skipper. RBI hit by pitch. Here's Van Hemert. Five walks by Austin Warner, no strikeouts. Oh, he's so cooked this season. Let's go get Van Dorn up. We are entering comedy score territory. Warner has officially come undone here. 3 hit by pitches, 2 of which score runs. Pitch to contact, for Pete's sake. There we go. Now we have to try and score runs against the guy who got 9 strikeouts against us last time he pitched 2 days ago. Dutch baseball is built different, I'm realizing. Sorry, honkball, I should say. Breivik gets aboard. Josefa trying to score. He gets there standing. Pioneers have broken out. 1-0. Or 5-1. Coppers to third. That'll be a 3 or 5-3 double play. Josefa doesn't have a play at home. It's 6-1. All right. Credit where credit is due. Van Doorn has come in and pitched well. Still not as good as Lars Hoyer, though. Line shot. Ooh, Hemskirk scoots and makes the grab. Well done. Remco van Hemert. Tries to go the opposite way, does, but Scope is right there. Here's Vetterings. 1-2 on the way from Van Doorn. Beautiful breaking pitch. I think at this point, Warner is going to get demoted to the bullpen. Double steal? KrakenDonk struggling lately. Runners are going. Oh, what a throw by the catcher. Harmon nails a base runner. High drive, very deep to center field, very high. And Jayandro Tromp makes the grab. What was the launch angle on that? 32. Whee! Well, it's Van Doorn's game at this point. First home team win that we've seen this stream session. Lars Hoyer goes the distance. No, seriously, who the heck else does Busum even have in their rotation? Bergersdijk, Hoyers, and Timermans. All three of them are good. Why did Hoyer get back-to-back starts? Getting cramped up at the top of the league here. I think we're going to move down to a 3-man rotation, and we are going to put Warner as our most often relief dude. Trading deadline is coming up tomorrow, after all. Let's jig the lineup a little bit. Okay, Valera's still going to be leading off for sure. Coppers. Scope's been on a burner lately. We should move him up in the lineup. As is Shakin' Jakey. Let's give John Dito a day off from DHing, and let's get Vigers in there. Back home at Sport Park Pioneers, Sulbaran up against Kai Timermans. Zulbaran. With such a stud last postseason run, no surprise he's carried it over into this season. That's through the wickets of Scope and into right field. Runners at the corners. One away for Ray Patrick Ditter. Popped up. KrakenDonk lines it up. Throws cut off by Hemskirk. 2 away. Bases loaded for Nick Harmon, the catcher. 1-2 from Zulbaran. Popped up. Curving foul. Scope makes the grab. Okay. Got through that one. Deandro Trump has been schooling us just a little bit. Marlin goes home. They get the play. Van Hemert can't drive the run in. Fetterings, oh dear. That is carrying a long way. Clanks off the fence awkwardly. That'll be a triple for Piotr Wetterings. Silasa with a doink into right field, and Busum leads 2-0. Can we not, please? I mean, there's BAPIP luck, and then there's whatever this is. Quick visit on the mound. We'll count on Ditter. Strikeout victim. Nicely done. Can we get some offense, please? First and second, 1 out for Scope. Drill to center field. And caught on the warning track. Runner tags. That makes it corners with 2 away for KrakenDonk, who walks. Kai Timerman's loaded the bases. Here's Gideon. Shallow fly ball to right. Caught. Two on the way to Jayandro. Fly ball to center. Mercado makes the grab. He has to go back a little bit, but he's there. 2-2 to Van Hemert. 5th strikeout of the game for Zulbaran. RBI triple, Terrence Hemskirk. Okay. Do we go with the bullpen yet? I think we do, and I think it's going to be Van Gerp. Shot by Vigers to right field. This game is tied. Kevin Vigers trying to get his name back in the lineup. They take the bat out of Valera's hands. Valera getting on base at a 575 clip. Coppers. Slow roller up the middle, base hit. Bases loaded for Tyrell Mercado. Shot to center field. Ditter's not going to have a play, or Trump's not going to have a play. A 2-run double, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Scope. And he's getting intentionally walked for KrakenDonk. Strikeout victim. 9 Ks in 15 games for KrakenDonk. The power hasn't shown up yet, but the eye definitely has. Next season's DH for sure. Lined right back to the pitcher, Timermans. Here's Josefa. Alright, so not quite a full Noble Tiger, but that was annoying. No, actually, there was a Noble Tiger. We just scored all the runs before we loaded the bases. Von Gerp in. And he's been shutting it down. Let's give Mendez a call. Coppers, fly ball to the left on the warning track. Picked up by Ruben. KrakenDonk works the walk. Maybe if they actually pitch to him, they'll have some power. Josefa, hard hit through the right side. That'll be a base hit, possibly 2 RBIs. That will be 2 RBIs. Mendez is already up. We might as well put him in. And he allows the first 2 guys he sees aboard. I wonder if this is Gideon's relative. Sherman Marlin. Chopper to second. That could be 2. Beautifully executed. 4-6-3. Salasa up the middle. Past a leaping Josefa. And it's 6-3. HCAW trying to make a push. Mercado. Beat on it. So the plan for me after today's stream session is to swing down to Toronto's Distillery District and do a little shopping. Home of Toronto's only sake distillery. And my favorite store for getting sleep trunks. Tough play by Marlin. Grounds out to Delano Salasa over at third. Mendez not going to make it easy. A balk is called on Eric Mendez. What was Mercado looking at? Tyrell, were you sleeping, my dude? RBI triple. Now we're in save territory. I'll get Theo Pelican up. And Harmon sends this into the left field. Marlin couldn't get a handle on it. Nick Harmon makes it 7-5. Still nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Eric Mendez having himself a bad day. That's what, 3 straight extra base hits here? Still nobody out? Defensive substitution coming maybe a bit late. Ole Hofstede into left field. Theo Pelican trying to keep that run from scoring. There's the first out. Runner doesn't even go, thank goodness. Van Hemert. Grounder to Hemskirk. 2 away. Sherman Marlin. 1-0. And he beats off the shift and ties the game. Come on. We had everyone on that side of the infield. 4 doubles And HCAW has tied the game. It was 7-2. Sorry, it was 7-3. Jarrett Wharf in now. As Van der Schaaf gets loose, along with Austin Warner. Pioneer's going to try and scrape out a win here. Josefa's going to get an early start. Leadoff double, maybe more. Dreyer's throw is going to be late. It's a leadoff double for Jakey Josefa. Hemskirk bunts back towards the pitcher. No chance of Josefa. We'll take the out. Infield is in. Outfield is in. Vigers with a chance to walk it off. That'll do it! Kevin Vigers walks off a winner. Pioneers win 8-7. Yikes. So, Jandito Trump is the brother of Chadwick Trump. But I think Jandro Trump is unrelated. Okay. Player of the week for Coppers. Nice. Griffins might just win the pennant this season. Trading block. Daryl Collins. The pride of Oosterhout. Do we really need him, though? We already have Valera in that spot. Sticknarf Loopstock, also Oosterhout. Looks like Oosterhout's just trying to offload expensive players. And there's Sean Semple. Why is he available from Rosmalen? No, I don't think we need to make a trade at this point. Might as well start the deadline date, see if we get any offers. Yeah, it didn't make sense. Off to the Storks. We don't have this ballpark, so there's going to be 2 quick sims. We win game 1, 12-4. Goudot gets punched out, but Pelican picks up the 2 1/3 inning save. It's Sharon Martis at 40 years old who gets lit up in that inning. It's all very tight here in Honkball. At least we got the ability to expand the rosters. So Cornelissen, Lame, Burleson, Geisbertha, Thyssen, and Santiago. And neither De Castro or Hemskirk are earning their paycheck, so we'll rejig things. Valera stays at the top of the batting order. Vigers goes second. Coppers, Mercado, Scope, KrakenDonk, Josefa, Marlin, Hemskirk. Let's get De Castro in instead of Josefa. Let's protect our lefty shortstop investment. He's playing really well. Locked him up for 2 years plus a player option. All right, Van Doorn up against Just van den Uvelen, former member of the Pioneers himself. If you're wondering, hey, this team isn't in my Honkball Hoofdklasse, that's because I turned my game into a promotion relegation mod. Created a whole bunch of real Honkball teams. Just tweak things around, and you can get the jersey numbers I'm using, the uniforms for the Hague Storks, and the Rosmalen Griffins at the link I'm about to drop in the chat. Ryan Coppers deep to center field. That one's going to stay in the ballpark, though. Daniels makes the grab. Scope, 2-2. And he's plunked. KrakenDonk. Josefa deep to right field, and on the warning track it's caught. Fruman makes the grab. Humphrey Mulder pinch running. Looks like there was a injury on the play. Well, Fruman strains his PCL. Oh, poor guy. Here's the catcher, Van der Vel. Van Doorn, easy play. Andy Fogels. I will say, I haven't had a chance to see any broadcasted Honkball Hoofdklasse games. Because of their timing, they take place earlier than I get up. Nice pitch there, Van Doorn. I think he's finally figured out this whole pitching thing. Little Oppo pop. Verstegen makes the grab. Vigers. It'll pop up. We might just strand these base runners if this keeps up. Coppers. Low for ball 4. Here's Mercado. Charge! Mulder makes the grab. Jonelli van der Linden still developing here. Looks like stolen from the Royals in the Pirates farm system. Oh, dear. Oh, never mind. Mercado makes the grab. Whew. That was close. Josefa. Inside out this one. Extra base hit. Could be 2. Could be 3. Josefa goes to third on the throw. Pioneers lead 3-0. Marlin works the walk. 7 walks for Just van den Uvelen. Hemskirk with a pitch at his eyeballs grounds into the double play. Watch where this thing was. Just fair, too. Oh, escape velocity. This is my first one doing a Pro Rel League. I started it with a team in the top flight, so it's a little bit different than what you'd expect. I do have ideas on how I could do a different take on the Pro Rel. Try to balance the financials a little bit better. The draft pool is simple, and this is some advice I got from the Out of the Park subreddit. 1 round, only for top-level teams, and you generate additional players. Like, you generate 5 rounds worth, but you only let teams draft 1. So that way, the other prospects filter into the free agent pool, and they can be signed by the other teams who are moving up or down. Kevin Viegers, opposite field, deep fly on the warning track. Stoop makes the grab. Come on. Alden Stasi into the game for the Storks. This team may not be hanging around the top flight much longer. They got promoted. They stayed a week or a season. But they are dead last in Hoofdklasse. Not without justification. Van Doorn cruising here. Bouncer to short. Mercado will beat it out. Van der Linden makes the play. Can't make the play. Impressive. And Scope doinks a single through. 6-0. If the margin of victory gets to 10, we are quick simming the rest of the game. Stacy having a trouble. Josefa taking advantage. High, deep. Not deep enough. Mercado will tag and score. It's 7-0. Another high fly ball to right. Stope makes the grab. Hemskirk. Most frustrating position on this team, second base. Valera goes deep to left center field. That's going to score 2. True, you do have the ability to do manual promotion relegation. That's what I've got. And giving teams a grace period does make a lot of sense. I also am on board with the idea of if you make it up to the top team, you get a bonus of having a draft pick. Maybe you get 2 in that round. Well, this is Van Doorn's official best game of his career. We're going to sub in Ole Fruman over in left. Actually, hang on a second. Not Santiago. Do we get Burleson in right? Now we're keeping KrakenDonk. Let's get Fruman in left. Or Hofstede in left. Van Doorn. Having himself a day. Stope, high and deep to right center field. KrakenDonk settles under it. 2 down. Skipper. 3-0 count. Well, there goes the shot at the Maddox. Second walk issued by Falke van Doorn. That'll bring up Adrie Verstegen. Gobbled up by Marlin. A two-hitter complete game shutout by Falke van Doorn. What a game. You can see how good this kid can get. Finances in a pro rel league? Well, that's just it. In Honkball, they don't really have money at all. Like, our budget is fourth biggest in Hoofdklasse at 1.46 million. I have advice from people. Psycho Ducko, actually, shout out to him, is in the Dutch baseball pyramid, the Honkball pyramid. And he said, like, barely anyone has $100,000 to scrape together. So, this game is a little bit different. You know what, Dave? That's right on time. I gotta rehydrate. BRB, folks. Make sure you're staying hydrated, too. So what I may do after the stream, or after the season's done, is rejig the finances of the league. Cut everyone's budget by, I don't know, just lop a zero off at the end. Only 2 teams in Honkball Hoofdklasse in real life even charge for tickets. That's Neptunus and the Pirates. So, finances are a little funny. Spending $1 million on players is unheard of in Honkball Hoofdklasse. When you compare it to KBO, where Hanwha Eagles, my old favorite club, is spending $12 million. Hello, Rosie Juan, my beloved. Speaking of a league in a dead ball era. And then you have the majors, which is, yeah, another factor of 10. Whoa, they expanded. The Charlotte Green Wave. Also, that's a name. Jace Barofin. Who are these guys? Make it reserve clause? I mean, that would work. I just have to do some research to see if the Honkball leagues actually have free agency. I think they do, and I think only the foreign players actually get money spent on them. So yeah, the AL East and the NL Central, Oklahoma City Invaders, interesting. I may have to rejig the divisions in MLB after the offseason. Do we go 4x8 or 8x4? Anyways, on the road. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, the alternative is you do like League Redacted and KBO do, which is foreign players can leave whenever they want, but local players have like 9 years of service time required before they're considered a free agent. And we hang on for dear life and win 10-8. Mendez has not been good this season. I think we got to rejig the bullpen. Frankie Van's going to have his stopper roll back. Let's keep Hulsbergen as our specialist. Pelican setup. Let's get LeMay and Cornelison. Van der Schaaf, let's move to mop-up duty. Austin Warner, long relief and emergency. Nyman and Mendez, both as middle relievers. A lot of lefty middle relievers. Oh, we're playing Harlem again? Alright, I do not want to have to face Kinheim again so soon. Also, the league dates are wrong. Where do I set that? Remember, I had to fix the schedule because the schedule got Kirschmorgled. Let's hop into commissioner mode, league settings. League events list, there we go. So the regular season actually ends June 21st. And then playoffs begin July 1st. There we go. Actually, we could probably move that a week earlier. There we go. I mean, we haven't even hit the All-Star break yet. Did I miscount how many games we're supposed to have? Hang on a second. Tesweegie, what are you doing? Ah, yes, I did. So the actual postseason start is July 25th. Go back to events. That's where the All-Star break was. That's why the games counting up weren't matching. Still, I don't feel like playing Harlem again, so we're just gonna quick sim that whole series. They shut us out, we beat them on the road, and then we win at home. Okay. coppers with a power drop. That's fine. We didn't get him for the power, we got him for the bat. De Graaf developing, Hulsbergen. I mean, he's done okay. We gave him too much money. For a lefty specialist, we gave him too much money. Van Doren stiff back. Why? Because he's carrying the team? Okay, Henskirk has fallen off a cliff again. Then again, would we rather go with him or De Castro? I think the other leagues are done because I screwed up getting their postseasons together. Let's take a look. The Pirates are going to try and punch their ticket back up to the... Nope, never mind. The Wassenaar Greens are going to Hoofdklasse. They've been on the cusp for a few seasons. And now they're finally getting their ticket punched. Heading down, Bad Hovendorp Pancratius and the Cromany Chrome Tigers, who just got promoted to Eerste Klasse. Take a look at Tweede Klasse. The Amsterdam Quick win the head-to-head Tweede Klasse title. Textown Tigers and Amsterdam Quick moving up into Eerste Klasse. So there will be two Amsterdam teams in the same league next year. The Zwijndrecht Warthogs and Breda JK are heading down to Derde Klasse. And the teams coming up from Derde Klasse are Eindhoven and the Arnhem Rhinos. Gotta love being below our Pythag by like that much. Godot gets the call as the Rosmalen Griffins come to town. We might finish out the Griffin series and then I think that'll wrap the day. Vigers has been raking since taking over the DH spot, by the way. So good to see. But anyways, I think I'm going to try and reset the finances after this season. Especially trying to cut down like the minimum salary. Or trying reserve clause. And then because most of the teams had everyone on a league minimum contract that lasted 3 years, I'm hoping that it doesn't screw everyone over. Depends on how much money each team will get. I'll need to do some research. Like maybe I'll clone my save file and play out a few seasons to see what happens. Nes van der Maas and Guillermo Quintana. First and second, two down. Godot taking on David Niebuhr. Straight back through the middle, through the wickets of Hemskirk. Are you kidding me? Griffins take a 1-0 lead. Stoke. Grounder to short. De Castro on the money. Nelmerson Angela on the bump for the Griffins. Acquired from Alan Weber, or cut from Honkball Club Alan Weber, and signed with the Griffins. Two on, two out. Scope shoots this to right center field. That will hand the Pioneers the lead. I know AZ Axel said he's not going to be going at 4 o'clock Eastern. I do believe either Escape Velocity or Fluffy Kitty Ninjas will be going at that time. Maybe not Fluffy Kitty Ninjas because he is doing the... Oh, escape velocity is up and running, actually. FKN is going to be wrapping up his 25th anniversary EMLB stream soon because it looks like the San Francisco Giants are going to win the EMLB World Series. KrakenDonk wears one. And he's out of the ball game. Ugh. Do not like. Let's get Tromp in. Marlin will ground to short. Rosmalen gets out of the inning. Tromp will remain in the game as the new right fielder. Viger's inside outs for an RBI. Gotta love a guy with a good push hit. Compared to Coppers, who's I think our only pull dude. Mercado! Off the fence! Attaboy, Tyrell. I should check to see how the real Pioneers are doing after this. Perry Kuipers in to deal with Scope. Bouncer back to the mound. How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you. Tromp. Fly ball to the left. Niebuhr makes the grab. Christian Rodriguez. Second baseman. Right back through the middle. Good play by DeCastro. Runner barely hanging on. Here's Guillermo Quintana. Fly ball to deep center. Mercado makes the grab. Kuiper settles down. Nelmerson Angela kind of got rim-rocked a little bit. Tough play. John Dito will make it. Won't make it. Halfway home, 6-1, Hofedorp. Whee! Marlin and Hemskirk, double steal. A little chaos on the base paths. Sliding grab in center field by Deshaun Knowles. RBI on the play. Could have been a lot worse, though. Goudreau starting to get into a little bit of trouble here. First and second against David Niebuhr. Into the shift. A double play with that ground ball. Impressive. Stoke grounds out to Marlin. Hot corner, hot throw. And I almost read that as damn, never mind. Dan Kuit. Here's DeCastro. Bunch it back towards the pitcher. The play home is in time. Squeeze bunt did not work. And Breivik will pop up very high and end the bottom of the 7th. Godot cruising here. Whoops. Slow roller back to the mound. That'll be the first out. Into the left field corner. That'll be a 1-out double for Christian Rodriguez. Throw by Valera is late. Action in the bullpen. Eric Mendez getting loose. Also a defensive substitution. Valera is out. Hofstede is in. Quintana just out of the reach of Hemskirk. I knew I shouldn't have gone with a hard shift. Oh, 2 on the way. Line shot to left. Coming in is Hofstede. He can't make the play. Looks like he tried to and popped out of his glove. Here's Johann Stolk. Grounder to Hemskirk. That'll be the double play we were looking for. 7-3 the score. We head to the top of the 9th. Godot's day is done. It'll be Eric Mendez in to deal with the bottom of the lineup. Tying run is now at the plate in Deshaun Knowles. Oh, sorry, not tying run. Tying run is on deck. Dribbler out in front of home. Cappers throws to second. Runners at the corners now for Nies van der Maas. Grounded to third. Marlin goes the short way. Pioneers take this one 7-3. Right on, right on. Take a look at the Honkball Compatties. Their regular season is almost finished. They've got a game, looks like it finished earlier this morning, between the Pioneers and Utrecht UVV. And then tomorrow they've got 4 games. Pirates and Neptunus, or Pirates visiting Neptunus, Penguins visiting Kinheim, Utrecht visiting the Pioneers in Hoofddorp, and HCAW visiting Oosterhout. The pennant will go to Curacao Neptunus, 36 wins in 41 games. HCAW will likely finish second. The Twins finishing third. The Pirates fourth. The Pioneers fifth. Kinheim finishes sixth. Utrecht seventh. The Penguins eighth. They go 6-35 with what looks like 2 defaults or 2 mercy rules. I don't know what the category min stands for, but they got 2 of them. So, hey, Pioneers actually have a postseason play in real life. Burleson isn't the top 2 right fielder. Peter, my dude, you are not that bright. Oh, right, gotta turn off commish mode. Hee 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 ha ha ha. Yeah, we don't have any prospects. And the Storks are going to be taking theirs down to Eerste with them. So Rosmalen doesn't have an actual ballpark in this game, so we're going to quick sim that one. Van Doorn with another beautiful start. Goes the distance. Oh, I think he's ready. I think he's finally arrived. And we'll play out this last one. Nope. We're going to save this one for next week. Changed my mind. Because we always like to start the stream on a home game. 16-7, half a game ahead of the Penguins. Griffins on a slump. Hope springs eternal for other teams. Just not the Storks. They're kind of getting their show run. KrakenDonk, bruised shoulder. Better to not risk it. We're going to DH him next game. Get Tromp out in right field. Boz had a hitting streak going at one point to start his career. Look at this spicy run here. Player of the game, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs in that one. Team's good. And Frankie Van G locking it down. Regaining his save or his closer role. All right, that will about do it. We are going to be raiding into Escape Velocity, who's doing some Mariners franchise mode. Very cool. Looks like he's in free agency, or at least the Rule 5 draft. You'll see me next on Wednesday with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters as the 2021 World Series champion Colorado Rockies figure out what to do with their offseason. Then next weekend, back here with the Scouts. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Firage, take us out, if you please.